Welcome into the final episode of The Fame. I'm your host, Tony Banks. We decided against having the NCAA Football Playoff Committee choose our guest tonight. Instead, we're going to have rock star Richard Rawlings, star of the show Fast and Loud. You do it for us tonight.
Well, I tell you, if you're going to do the season finale, you got to do it with a little bit of Fast and Loud, right? So why don't you tell them who else Gas Monkey picked, Lindsay?
We've got our regular co-hosts George, Selvie, and Dwayne Harris coming tonight, souped up with a lot more Cowboy special guests, though.
Wait, we got more co-hosts coming?
More.
It's like you don't even need me tonight.
I was going to say something about that, but a guy in my business always needs some banks.
The Fame starts now.
Whoa!
The Fame. More than just the game. Tony, Lindsay, George, and Dwayne. Big names. Fun and games. Never the same. Welcome to The Fame.
Got a smile that seems to me, my childhood memories. Everything was as fresh as a bright blue sky. Hey. And when I see her face, takes me away to that special place. When I stay too long, I'll probably break down and cry. Hey, sweet child of mine. Oh, yeah, sweet love of mine. She got eyes on the bluest sky, and if they found a ray, I'd hate to look into her eyes and see an awful thing. It reminds me of one that place where, as a child I'd hide, brave my mother, have a ray to quiet and pass me by. To love my day. Oh, yeah, yeah. Sweet child of mine. Oh, where do we go? Oh, where do we go? Oh, where do we go? Yeah, where do we go? Oh, where do we go? Where do we go now? Hey, oh, hey, sweet child of mine. Oh, the child of mine. Where do we go? Oh, sweet child of mine.
Welcome into The Fame. I'm your host, Tony Banks. Now, big shout out to Holley Primm for sprinkling us with that musical star right there to open the show, gentlemen. Now, can you believe it? After tonight, we will have one full season of The Fame in the books, gentlemen. What do you think? Did you have fun?
Oh, I had a great time. It was probably one of the most exciting things of this year.
I'd like to hear it. You know, I didn't
I
have
had
to
a
pay
good
him that
time.
much to say. What do you think, George?
I had a good time, you know, all the free food, coming up here, chilling and the drink, so, hey, I can't complain.
Yeah, if there's a memorable moment about George, it's him feeding his face, right? Almost every time we pan to him out there, he's got some food in front of him.
Every single time.
Well.
Every single time.
Now, 9-4, fellas. Congrats. Can we get it? Give a round of applause for the 9-4 Dallas Cowboys. Now, you got Philly coming up next, another big game, right? Just played them a couple weeks ago. Haven't seen you since then. Had some interesting things happen in that game. Had some collisions. Had some, some interesting calls, so to speak. Tell us a little bit about that.
I had a unroughness penalty, unsportsmanlike penalty on me.
That was a big hit, man.
It was called that I hit the guy too hard. It was unsportsmanlike conduct. That was very controversial. I got a lot of criticism for it.
George, did that get you on your feet? Did that hit get you on your feet?
I was excited for him. I didn't know you can hit like that. I know you was a quarterback and wide receiver, but I know you had some thump. You play a little DB?
Never.
Never?
I'm just a savage.
You make a
man.
lot of tackles on special teams, though.
I'm a savage.
Is there anything that you prepare differently for Mark Sanchez or Nick Foles?
They run the offense pretty well, both those guys. And Mark Sanchez is rolling for those weeks. Last week, I guess yesterday, they slowed down a little bit, but he had that offense rolling. So you prepare the same because they're going to control the offense the same. Chip Kelly's going to run his offense. He's going to go through the quarterback to do it.
Now, I know we've talked about it before on the show. Now it's the holiday season. A lot of charity contribution opportunities going on. Take a look at this, fellas. We had a good one.
Night of Superstars is really an Oscar-like event, complete with celebrities, dinner and awards ceremony, all that type of awesome stuff.
This is a golf thing we're doing today. When you put golf and you put a children's charity together, you're a winner right there. It can't be beat.
At Topgolf, one of our core values is that we're a caring organization. We really feel passionate about giving back to the communities that have given so much to us.
When you reach out to people with a common goal and a common cause, and it's for children that have disabilities, it's amazing what people will do.
My daughter is Reagan, and she's now 26. She had multiple surgeries her first 15 years of life, and so we saw that there were so many families that needed support, and so Reagan's Hope is designed to support families that have children with catastrophic illnesses.
We are here tonight for Night of the Superstars, which is a charity event helping children. What does it mean to you to be able to come to an event like this and help kids?
The world. Are you kidding me? Not many people have the opportunity to either utilize their name to do good. And so whenever we have an opportunity like this, especially for children, it's the thing you live for.
It's really all about the kids. It's a phenomenal experience to just see them smile and really put the spotlight where it belongs.
I think it's a really great thing. I really appreciate them coming out, still encouraging us.
See these kids and what they go through each and every day, and to see the smiles on their faces, it's overwhelming.
Being able to put smiles on kids' face, that's medicine for the soul, pretty much. I'm fortunate to have a 3-year-old son that's healthy, happy. I can't imagine what some of these parents go through with kids out here. Anything I can do and be here to support, and anything I can do possible, I'm here.
The great thing about events like this are they're for a great cause, and it's a heck of a lot of fun. How'd I do? I think I need a lot of work.
You add golf, you add children, you add helping children. You don't need to say anymore. Kids getting to meet them and kind of hear their experiences, kind of see them swing the club a little bit or see them watch somebody else swing the club. We got superstars of every facet.
It's a way of giving back, and it's pretty exciting for everybody to be able to see the excitement on their face and something that they always aspire and appreciate the entertainment side of it.
I feel greatly loved by everybody, everyone that's noticed, and I feel like y'all have noticed. I feel extremely loved that y'all are famous and all that, and that I can spend my time with y'all and everything. I feel extremely special.
How about that great event at Topgolf in Allen, Night of the Superstars? I know you guys like to think you guys are superstars, but the kids that day were the stars of that event. But our next guest, you guys might know him a little bit, I know you do, is a superstar in his own right, the OG original 88, not Des Bryant, not Michael Irvin, but the one and only Drew Pearson. There he is. You receivers like to make an entrance. How you doing there, Mr. Pearson? Thanks for joining us.
Right on. Hello, everyone.
What do you think about today's receivers and the fact that, some people say they can't get hit over the middle anymore? And that guy thinks differently.
No, they get hit over the middle. They still take some hits. I see it every Sunday and got to see a lot of that this past Sunday, and not having to watch the Cowboys, but to watch a lot of other teams. But it's still a physical game, there's no doubt. I know the rule changes have been made to help protect the safety of receivers, quarterbacks, everybody that's playing the game. But that just goes with time. And but the players are still making plays and still doing their thing out there.
Now, what do you have to say about this big upcoming game against the Philadelphia Eagles?
Man, y'all don't know. This is like a showdown, okay? Back in the day when we went up to play Philadelphia, they beat us in a championship game in 1980. We went up there the next year. Coach Landry invited me to the press conference where we talk to the other team. You have the conference call and all that. And I labeled the game as the Thriller in Philly, okay? And based on the fight, the Thriller in Manila,
Yeah, no
okay?
doubt.
Frazier and Ali back in the day. So here we go. This is the Thriller in Philly #2. This is the
2.0.
showdown. This is the showdown, and this is what you play the game for. These guys, you should be so pumped up, so excited about this opportunity. I haven't played in 30 years in the National Football League, but I played 11 seasons and played in 7 championship games and 3 Super Bowls. And that's what you get when you play with the Cowboys. If you associate what you do every game, the performance that you make, and the way you play the game, if you associate that now with winning, in this town, you can carry that 30 years after you play the game. Go Cowboys. Yeah. I'm fired up. Go Eagles.
How about that passion, huh? How about that passion for the game?
Where's Herm
the
Edwards?
legendary Drew Pearson.
Let me get some Herm Edwards.
Now, Drew, I wish we could have you on much longer. Thanks. Now, next, we're going to kick it down to Lindsay, who's with Ben E. Keith.
This is the place to be, so you know what's coming up next on our special season finale of The Fame. It's Beer 101. Stay with us.
Bob Lavelle here for Home Marketing Services. My ex-wife, born and bred right here in Dallas, has taught me a lot about Texas. She's always saying, bless your heart when bad things happen to people. It took me about 12 years to figure it out. Smashed my thumb hammering a nail one day, and there she was. Bless your heart. That's when I realized what it really meant is you dumb. Which brings me to my point. Still renting, making the landlord richer, but would rather own your own home and still haven't called HMS. Well, bless your heart.
I'm Jason Webster, the Webster Law Firm. Unlike some personal injury attorneys, I'm not going to get in your face. I'm going to save that for the defendants who caused your injuries and suffering. It's time for them to face up to their financial responsibilities. We can make that happen.
The Webster Law Firm, your personal injury legal advisors.
This is Sean. We saw him holding a Bud Light, which means he's up for whatever happens. In this case, Jimmy Johnson.
I, Jimmy Johnson, challenge you to a little football game. Don't get nervous.
Are we ready? I'm ready. Jimmy Johnson has dominated the electric football circuit.
Yeah, look at little Jimmy run. He's hurt. He's pushing through. He's pushing through. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's a winner.
Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens.
Your Beer 101 moment brought to you by Ben E. Keith Beverages.
Welcome back to The Fame, everyone. It's time for Beer 101. I'm Lindsay Cash with Bucky Burgess of Benny Keith's Beverages. Try to say that fast 5 times. It's our season finale.
It is.
We're wrapping it up. We're going out with a bang. What do you got for us tonight?
Well, tonight we have a brand new craft beer from Monterrey, Mexico.
Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so brand new. Give me a little tidbit about this. What's unique about this?
Well, this is Ocho Reales, and again, it's a craft beer from Mexico. You don't really see that very often. And 2, this beer abides by the German purity laws of 1500s, which basically state that there's only 4 ingredients allowed in the beer: water, yeast, malted barley, and hops. So it's a very pure beer. There's no preservatives, no additives. So it's a great beer.
I love anything all natural. Give us a pour here. And why did you pair it with this? First of all, what is this? I'm about to eat it.
On a cold day like today, there's nothing better than a big steak to go with a big beer, and that's what this is, the big steak. Okay? And with this beer, like I said, there's those 4 main ingredients. So this beer, it doesn't have a very hoppy taste to it, but it's got a really nice malt finish. The notes of the malt really pair well with the caramelization of the steak.
I love it. And I also love that you have your entire Benny Keith Beverage family here tonight for the season finale of The Fame.
Yeah.
Bring it in.
Yeah. All right.
These guys are loud.
Oh, yeah.
The Fame. We're going to get fast now.
Your Beer 101 moment was brought to you by Ben E. Keith Beverages.
This is Alex. We saw him holding Bud Light, which means he's up for whatever happens. So we surprised him with a new Buccaneers-themed living room.
Alex, come and check this out.
Hey, man. Cool. You like it?
Yeah.
Alex.
Hey, what the #1 Buck fan?
I am.
I love it. Come with me. Come on, Alex.
Look at my backyard. This is crazy.
Wow. That's what I'm talking about.
I want to fire again.
Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens.
Welcome Welcome back to the Fame, everybody. I'm Lindsay Cash. It's a packed house at the Rustic tonight for our season finale. I'm here with George Teague and Charlie Williams, both former Cowboys defensive backs through the 90s. Guys, what are you doing nowadays?
I am a high school coach and athletic director at the Dallas Shelton School.
Wonderful. How about you?
We're in real estate. I have quite a few rent houses.
Very fun. I got to ask you, what do you think about college football playoff Alabama 1 seed?
Roll Tide, roll, baby. You know it all day long.
Hey, these guys were fast and loud on the field, but Tony, I know you got somebody fast and loud up there with you.
Our next guest on the show, Richard Rawlings, star of the extremely popular show Fast and Loud. He is in the building.
Oh, what's up?
Well, I think he's trying to have a little. What you got? A little B singing career? We got going on.
What are you talking about?
Theater? I mean, no. Ow! I think you got a little.
Man, I'm sitting
talent,
here with
maybe.
the boys right here. Look
True
at
that.
this.
True that.
Holy cow!
What do you think about these boys?
They're killing it. They're killing it. We're going all the way. I'm predicting it right now.
Dwayne, what do you think? You gonna tell him about your first car?
Oh yeah, first car. My first car was a '79 Malibu, 350, 2-door.
That's old square body.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's a good-looking car if they're set up right, for sure.
It's nice. I had the Chevy rallies on it. It was red and gray. Then I painted it again. Then I put the 22-inch buttons on it.
Put some blades on that.
So, what are you driving as your everyday vehicle?
Well, you know, right now, every day I drive a Dodge truck. I mean, I'm always working, pulling a trailer, going and finding cars. But as far as my toys, you know, I'd have to say that my 68 Mustang convertible is probably the best. I got a Shelby convertible that I take just about everywhere. And it wasn't even 3 weeks ago that I parked my 1929 Packard Roadster here and had valet park it, and they didn't know how to drive it.
What? Now, you do some interesting things in trying to get these vehicles. Tell us, how did that all come about?
You know, Gas Monkey Garage was built with the idea of putting cars on television. You know, there was only motorcycle shows back then, and we all knew who they are, and there wasn't any cars. And I kept asking, why isn't there a car show on TV? And they were like, well, you can't build a car as fast as you can build a motorcycle. I said, yeah, you can, and that kind of spurred it. And 12 years later, I'm an overnight semi-success, I guess.
I hear you. Now, I know you got a lot going on, though. Tell us a little bit more about what you got going on in the future, not with just Fast and Loud.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm very, very lucky and blessed to be where I'm at. You know, I made a plan, I executed it. I went broke twice doing it, but I mean, where we're at right now is just really, really good. And two things I'm very passionate about is I've got a couple other shows on Discovery, Misfit Garage and Demolition Theater, and they're doing real well. But the number one thing for me is I've got Gas Monkey Foundation. My dad has Alzheimer's, was recently diagnosed, and to be in a position to give back, I call it taking care of the old kids, because when that disease takes hold, you really do become a child again. You become an infant. You really almost reverse all the way back down. And so many families are taxed with taking care of grandma or uncle or whatever. And to be able to help with that at a ground level here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, I'm very, very proud to be a part of that. And it's doing real well. And it's something that a lot of people forget, especially, you know, now it's Christmas time and it's what can we do for the kids and what can we, you know, all of that thing. But there's 70-year-old guys and 80-year-old women and what have you out there that it's Christmas for them too. And you got to keep that in mind. So to have Gas Monkey Foundation and be doing something with that at the ground floor here in Dallas is really true to my heart.
Nice. Gas Monkey Foundation. We appreciate that. We got more when we return with Richard Rawlings when we come back on The Fame. And, we also got Lindsay with a special guest. I forgot, another special guest.
That's right, Tony. I am with Amanda Fitzpatrick. You may have seen her on Channel 8 here in Dallas. You are everywhere, involved in so many things. How have you established yourself so well in Dallas?
Well, you know, it's 4 million people here. I usually try to take pictures with the Cowboys players. And then if I take pictures with them, I'll become a big deal on Twitter. So, no, just kidding. I really worked really hard. I started at Channel 5, and I kept branding NBC5. After that, I started working at CW33 as a news anchor, and I seriously was like, it's about Amanda Fitzpatrick. And so I just started, you know, volunteering, speaking at events, charity, just getting my name out there. So that's how I became, I guess, well-known, I guess you could say.
Well, you are a celebrity blogger. Go check out amandafitzpatrick.com. What can people expect to find on there?
I like to have fun. I like to take pictures. I like to talk about events, concerts, shows, a lot of fun stuff. So following my dream, and I've been doing it for about 14 years in news and TV, so it's cool.
Thank you so much for being on with us. Stay with us. Richard Rawlings will be back next. Welcome back to The Fame, everyone. I'm Lindsay Cash with the beautiful Holley Primm, who opened up our show tonight. Tell us a little bit about your musical background.
Well, I come from two music major family and just loving the blues and jazz side of Mississippi, so.
And you also, singing is not the only thing you do. You own a hair salon. Do you sing to your clients?
Sometimes. I mean, usually during Christmas, it's a little bit more like, you know, have yourself a merry little Christmas.
Beautiful. I love that. Well, thank you so much for being on the show tonight. Hey, I know Dwayne and George can both sing. What about you, Richard?
You know what? I couldn't carry a note if it was in one of those buckets.
Well, we've got proof that these guys don't carry a tune very well either, Richard, so don't feel bad. Now, you've been talking a little bit to us about what you have going on other than the reality shows. Obviously, your efforts with Alzheimer's and your father in particular. What else you have going on, man? I mean, you seem like the Renaissance man.
You know, I mean, I'm just lucky enough to be and very blessed enough to be in the position I am. So I just keep swinging for the fences, so to speak. And you know, we've got a little bit of apparel going on out there. We've got all the cars we're finding. I mean, we're probably buying and selling about 50 to 75 cars a month that you don't even see on the show. And just really building and trying to do more things. I've got a scripted comedy coming out on network next year, and a book that'll be out in time for Father's Day. So, you know, if you want to read some of the exploits, I just got through reading the rough draft, and I was like, did I do all that? I mean, holy cow. But, you know, just very, very blessed to be where we're at.
So what kind of apparel y'all selling?
T-shirts and hats, you know, just slinging the cotton. It's part of it. You know, you've seen it done a bunch of times, and we're just the next brand in line. And we've got a great message. We're all about positive, getting the kids involved. You know, I tell the kids all the time, and I mean, I'm like, go in the garage and take your granddad's lawnmower apart. You know, just get the kids off the computers, get out there doing something. You know, moms and dads, everybody alike, you know, they all seem to really gravitate toward Gas Monkey. We don't carry a negative message like some of the things before us. It's really about family and cars and motorcycles and the sport of it all, and just having a good time. So I'm very proud that the show Fast and Loud has turned out the way that it needed to turn out, which is not negative, not cussing, not kicking boxes and pointing fingers at each other, but it's really about a bunch of guys that are having a good time. I mean, look at it. At the end of the day, I'm getting paid to drink beer and play with cars.
As soon as the football season over, I'm coming on the show.
Come on.
I'm being right there.
Come on, we'll build you something. We'll find you something. We'll do some wheelies and burnouts, you name it.
Sounds good to me.
You heard it here on The Fame first, huh? A little collabo with Richard Rawlings and Dwayne Harris. I like it. And we also have a little surprise for you, Mr. Rawlings. You know, you bring a lot of people's dreams come true when they mess with you. Hopefully Dwayne's dream will come true. But we're going to give you a little something special today. What's your favorite car in the history of old schools?
Oh, I like them all, but I probably like the 32 Ford quite a bit.
32 Ford? Let's see what we got here for you. Let's see what we got. Brrr, drum roll. Brrr.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Look at that 32 Ford B Roadster.
Look, you went with the B Roadster for Banks, didn't you?
I did for Banks. You know it. You know it. Now, my son probably can put that together in about 5 minutes. How long do you think it'll take you to put that together?
It'll probably take, with my eyesight at my age, it'll probably take me about 3 hours. You have him put this together for me and you send it back.
There you go. There you go. There's going to be a lot of imperfect parts if I have anything to do with putting that together. Now, again, thanks again. The final episode of The Fame this season.
Oh! How about a little bit of Go Boys?
Woo! Don't forget to stay tuned for Brittany Don.
Sarah left suds in the bucket. Carrie left key marks on the truck. Me, I'm waking up. Martina left with a broken wing. Miranda left a trail of kerosene. I can be that tough. Left the stove on, dishes in the sink, a cup of coffee that you can drink. I've gone through the motions for the last time. I left my house key on that table by the door. I ain't living this life no more. There ain't nothing left. No, there ain't nothing left but goodbye. Goodbye. It's like a flood that came on in the dark. I can see now it's time for me to start figuring out my heart. Maybe it was the words to those songs that made me brave enough to move on. I put the pedal down, turn the radio up loud. I left the stove on, dishes in the sink, a cup of coffee I didn't even drink. I've gone through the motions for the last time. I left my house key on that table by the door. I ain't living this life no more. There ain't nothing left. No, there ain't nothing left but goodbye. You'll get up out of bed and see that stovetop burning red, and I'll be about 100 miles away. Yeah, for the guitar. I left early, never looked back in a hurry. I didn't even pack. I've had enough, there's nothing left to say. I left the stove on, dishes in the sink, a cup of coffee that you can't drink. I've gone through the motions for the last time. I left my house key by the door. I won't be needing it no more. There ain't nothing left. No, there ain't nothing left but goodbye. Shania left boots under the bed. The Dixie Chicks left Earl for dead.